Hello everyone, it's Hannah here from Virtually Fluent. Welcome to today's video, which is a Hannah's Conversation Corner video all about online shopping. We will look at 4 conversation questions, which I will ask myself and then respond to using some key online shopping vocabulary and a couple of other native expressions too, so you can see this topic being used in a real life conversational situation. So without further ado, let's get started with Hannah's Conversation Corner for online shopping. So the first question for me to answer today is, do you like online shopping? And this is a pretty difficult question for me to answer because it really depends on what kind of product I am buying. I would typically go food shopping in person, so I would either go to a local supermarket chain or to some of the market stalls as well. It's really important for me to see the actual food that I'm buying. You can see the expiry dates. So I prefer doing food shopping in person. I also like the atmosphere of the local markets as well, where you can visit all of the stalls, talk to the locals too. The same with clothing too. I normally buy different clothes and shoes also in store. This is mostly because then you can try products on in the fitting rooms of the shops, and then you can see if it has the right fit, if it suits me, if it's got the right style. There's so many times that I've seen something online which looks gorgeous on a model, but actually when it arrives it really doesn't suit me or it doesn't fit right. So it's better for me to buy these kind of products in a store. The same with shoes. And the final thing that I really enjoy high street shopping for is gifts, especially Christmas gifts. Most of the time I just don't know what to get people. So wandering down the high street and popping into some little local boutiques, some little shops. And what I love in the little boutiques is that you can often get really bespoke items as well, which is a little bit different to online shopping where perhaps it would be more of a mass market. But pretty much anything else I would most likely buy online, do some online shopping instead of in-store shopping. And that's mostly because there are a lot of benefits for online shopping. You can save your card details for an easy checkout process, which can be really beneficial. I don't have to run into town and find the time to go down the high street or go shopping in person. Also find car parking spaces, which can be a bit of a nightmare here. In our case, delivery is great because the delivery shipping companies will just leave the product. We have a little porch at the front of our house, so it's great. I don't have to be in the house in order for them to leave my deliveries in the house. But I do know that this can be an issue, delivery, for some people, and that's why they don't often like online shopping. But most products, technology, books, household items, you might notice that we've recently moved house. I have a slightly different background, so it's been really great to buy a lot of these products online. And nowadays you have these sort of AR simulators, so you can impose the item, a picture of the item, in your house through your phone, which is great because then you can kind of see what it's going to look like and if it will suit the house. Having said that, I am not a shopaholic. I'm not a huge fan of shopping. If there's something that I don't actually need, then I won't even browse online and I won't even go to the shops. It's only when I really, really need something and want something that I will start looking around and then have an occasional shopping spree, but nothing major really. I'm not a huge shopper, to be honest. Let's have a look at our next question, which is, do you like bargains? Who doesn't? I think it is really useful to shop around and see what different companies, different brands actually have to offer, especially when it's a product with a really big investment like some technology. I think it's the customer's responsibility to ensure that it's the right quality, it has the right product specs, it's the right price, something that you can afford. I think that's the customer's responsibility. Now, I do like some of those big shopping days, for example, Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Occasionally you can get some good deals, some good bargains. There's also some clearance sales. Unfortunately, the high street seems to be sort of dying a little bit here in the UK. So you have a lot of clearance sales now. Having said that, I don't normally wait, especially for these sale days, because if there's a product that I need, then I would buy it straight away rather than just waiting for these big days. But when it comes to that debate of online shopping versus in-store shopping, especially especially with bargains in these big days, I actually much prefer online shopping, because in-person shopping for me can be quite a stressful experience and it can be a bit of a nightmare. Especially in clothes shops, you can find that the racks are really cluttered. You often have to queue for the fitting rooms. Sometimes the price tags are incorrect, or when you get to the checkout they actually don't have the price tag on them, so it's a bit of a drama waiting to find out the price of the product. And sometimes they charge you something completely different because the price tags are then incorrect. I've had a few cases where they haven't taken the security tags off the clothing, so then the alarm goes off when you're leaving the shop. And actually with bargains, because they often tend to be quite big, busy days, then if I've had one of those products that's faulty, or the wrong item, the wrong size, or something wrong with them when I get home and I can see that, then I've had some difficulties returning those and either exchanging them or getting refunded. Online, it's actually much easier on these big days. Normally you just have to copy and paste a promo code. So when it comes to bargains, I do enjoy them. I do, of course, do a little bit of shopping on those big shopping days. But as I said before, I'm not a shopaholic, and it's not a special day that I would look forward to. The next question is about payment. How do you pay? Nowadays, in this digital age, I think everything is done pretty much online. I can't actually remember the last time that I physically held cash or coins in my hands. I would usually use contactless payment, which is the standard payment here in the UK. That would be with credit or debit card. And of course, you have all of these online tools now, like Apple Pay, Apple Wallet. Actually, I don't use Apple Wallet. I just use my actual bank cards instead, because it's very easy. You can enter the details online. And as I said before, at online checkout, you can save card details for the future. Another form of payment that I use is with loyalty cards. I have a huge quantity of loyalty cards for all of the local shops, our supermarket, also for the chemist, places where I would regularly shop. And in that case, then you're sort of spending points rather than actually spending money. And the final question to answer here is, are brands important for you when shopping? And again, I'm going to sit on the fence with this one, because it really does depend what kind of product I'm buying. So I am a creature of habit, and if there is a product that I buy regularly and I do like it, then I will tend to rebuy that same product again and again, especially for everyday objects around the house, shampoos, toothpastes, cleaning products in the house, and also for foodstuffs too. Generally, I would use the same brand. However, if something new does come out, or there's been a significant change in the price of the product, then of course I would look around a little bit and sometimes just see whatever floats my boat that day. For items around the house, again, I tend to be more interested in the product specs, the quality, and also the price, rather than actually the name of the brand. I would look at the design, the color, the fit, the style, etc. The same for clothing as well, although I know for many other people that brands are extremely important. One thing that I do look at though is reviews, and this is especially with online shopping. So I do always read what customers have written, even if there are a few one-off bad reviews. It really does influence my opinion about whether or not I would then purchase that product. So I do value that customer experience quite a lot, because sometimes I have found that brand names can be a little bit of a rip-off, and they can just scam you by using their name to sell their product, and actually maybe the quality isn't that good, or certainly doesn't match the price that they have put on the product. So those are just 4 conversation questions that I've answered talking about online shopping. Hopefully you've increased your vocabulary a little bit to talk about online shopping yourself. If you have answers yourself to these 4 questions, why not write them in the comments below using all of these new phrases and vocabulary that I've used today. I've also summarized those in the description of this video below. If you learned something new, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn notifications on so you know exactly when we release new English, grammar, vocabulary, and British culture videos, so that you can improve your general English knowledge. That's it for today. This is Hannah from Virtually Fluent, bringing English to life.